Hi everyone, it's Julie from This Beautiful Farm Life, and today I'm going to be talking to you about where I get my bulk healthy grocery staples. So most of you know that we have a large family and that we cook with nourishing foods, bulk foods, whole foods, and we do have a big garden and we do some of that. We have a farm full of fruit. But there's a lot of things that we can't grow or have chosen not to grow for time constraints. And I've been asked where we get all of our groceries and how do we afford to do this for such a large family. So I'm going to go over with you today all the things that we buy from a company called Azure Standard. They're based out of Dufur, Oregon, and they do shipments to drop points around the country. In fact, I think they are now delivering to 47 states in the country, and they're only a couple hours from us, but it doesn't matter now where you live, you can get your groceries from Azure Standard. So the way it works is you go to their website to place an order and you can choose a drop point that is nearest to you. So you can look those up, find out which drop points are near to you. The drop point that we drop at is about 6 or 7 miles away. A lot of people order, and once a month our orders come and are dropped there by truck, and then we pick them up out of her driveway. So we just meet there that morning and get all the groceries. So it's a really great way to get all your groceries in one stop, and then you don't have to go shopping for all these things at different places. So I can just buy them all from Azure Standard, and I do it online. I have my own account. I can add things to my cart all month long until the cutoff day that they give me for my drop point, and it's usually a day before they ship. So I can put orders in my cart up until the afternoon before my shipment is going to go out, and then we have our order 2 days later because they have to send their truck and drop it. So it's a really great way to buy groceries. I love it. We've been probably buying from Azure for a good 10 years. And it's really funny, I know we get a lot of products from them, but when I started going through my cupboards and my pantry, I realized we get a lot of products from them. So I'm really excited to share with you how you can get groceries from them. There's going to be a link in the comment section below this video that will tell you how to get to their website, and it will also have a direct link from me, so you can get it right through that. And so I'm really excited to share with you. So I'm just going to walk through some of these products that we buy, and hopefully it will be helpful to you to see some of these things. So I'm going to start over here at this end and just work my way across. And this is by no means all of the things that we buy from them or have bought from them over the years, but it's a good sampling and it'll just give you an idea. They have thousands of products and they have tons of sizes. So if you're a small household with just a couple, or you're a large family like we are, you can buy in large quantities like 5-gallon buckets. You can actually even buy in big totes if you want, a couple thousand pounds, or you can buy down to small little packages that will suit the needs of your family. So don't let that deter you. There's all kinds of great things there. So just starting over here, I wanted to show you a sampling of some of the dried fruit we get from them. We get our raisins, our currants, and our dried cranberries from them. Azure has their own line. You can see it on this bag. It's called Azure Market. And so some of the things I buy are from the Azure Market line, and some of them they don't carry, so I get them other places, but I have loved everything in their Azure Market line. So hopefully that will encourage you to try them. They're usually just a hair less expensive. Now, they do have lots and lots and lots of organic. Some of the things that they sell are not certified organic, but they are naturally grown, and they are selected very carefully by them to be products that are on a good health platform. So I don't buy much processed food from them because we don't eat that, but I buy lots of staples that I make our meals and our food with. So this is just a sampling of that. So this is some poppy seeds. I get all my seeds and nuts. This is sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. I buy these in 25-pound bags, but you can buy them in much smaller. This is pecans that I buy. Oh, and by the way, this great little jar, and this one over here, these glass jars, they have a metal lid. These come from Azure as well. I love them. You can actually, I think, I haven't done it, but they have a little rubber in there, so I think you could actually seal them if you had a way to do that. But I just use them as storage jars. This is a half-gallon one, and this is a gallon one, and I love them. I use them in my sewing room. I use them everywhere in my house, so those are great. We get all of our extracts from them, a little healthier. We buy sea salt by the 50-pound bag, and so that comes from them. We buy all of our spices and seasonings from them. Most of them I buy in these bags. These are 1-pound bags for like cinnamon, and this is a taco seasoning. This one's basil. It's a little smaller bag. It's a 4-ounce bag. But again, you're talking just a few dollars for this. If you went to the grocery store and bought this much, it would cost you $30 or $40 because this would fill all kinds of little spice jars. So by buying it in bulk, it's way cheaper. So what I do when these come home in bulk bags is we have a vacuum sealer. And so I put all my herbs, depending on how much I use, how fast I go through them. If I go through them quickly, like cinnamon and taco seasoning, this is parsley, chili powder, those things, cumin, garlic granules, things like that. I put them in quart jars, and if I don't use them as quickly, individual small spices like basil and things like that, I put in the little tiny half-pint jars, and then we vacuum seal them. So this is a vacuum sealed jar, and then I can just take that bag and divide it up right away. I can do a whole bunch at once, vacuum seal them, and then I line them up on my shelf, and they're sealed. Now this one is not vacuum sealed. It's got one of my cupboard lids on it. That means when I bring it up from the basement, I take off the vacuum sealed lid, I put on the white lids, and this is what they store in with when I go to my cupboard. And so these lids also come from Azure Standard. I love them. They come in wide mouth and in the narrow mouth. I think there's a narrow mouth one here. So I love these little plastic storage lids. I get this Bragg liquid aminos because I don't do soy sauce. We don't do soy products. So it's a natural soy sauce alternative. So if you're looking for something like that, this is their Azure Market brand apple cider vinegar. I've used the Bragg vinegar for years, and I just recently switched over to the Azure Market, and I really like it. And so try that out. This is just a Worcestershire sauce, a red wine vinegar. This is olive oil. You can buy it in different sizes, but you know we go through a lot here. So a gallon. Honey, we buy all of our honey in gallon buckets, so I love that. I get things like baking powder, baking soda. You can get non-aluminum. You can get all the good stuff that you need for that. This is a granola that we actually buy from them in 25-pound boxes. We don't do any extruded cereals like your box cereals from the store anymore. We've cut those out completely just in the last few months. We were down to just 1 or 2, and then we finally cut them out. But this granola is in a 25-pound box, has no gluten ingredients, so I can do that. This is an almond, vanilla, I think French vanilla almond, and there's maple pecan. There's about 10 different kinds. You can get them in 5-pound bags or 25-pound boxes, and so I love that, and we just bring them in 25-pound boxes, and we use these a couple mornings a week when we don't have time to do cooked breakfast. We like to have some granolas on hand. This one is a granola that our son just made today, but sometimes we do that, and sometimes we use this as our kind of go-to breakfast on the mornings, like tomorrow when we're going to go skiing. So this is pasta. Now I used to buy their tinchiata pasta, their gluten-free pasta in 10-pound boxes, which I loved. It was bulk. But now recently, in the last few months, since we've discovered einkorn, and I'm the one with the gluten issue, and einkorn seems to be working, I've switched over to einkorn pasta, and they carry the Jovial brand pasta, and this comes in, I think you can get them in just a few boxes, but we buy them by the case full of boxes. So we can get a lot of those at a little bit less. Another thing that we've loved for years and years is their black olives. And I didn't realize till I started buying their black olives that black olives are actually kind of a brown color. and they're only black at the grocery store because they're dyed. And I found that out about 10 years ago when I started ordering these. So we love their black olives because they don't have any dye in them. This is tapioca granules. I use these in pie making and other baking things. Now all these bags, these brown sacks, are the Azure Market brand. And so a lot of these, this is some beans, pink beans that I hadn't tried. Most of the beans that we buy in 25-pound bags. But this one, I don't know why I ended up with it, maybe because they didn't have the 25-pound bag and I hadn't had the pink beans, so I just tried it in a 5-pound bag. This is cashew pieces. We have one son that doesn't do dairy, so we make cashew milk quite a bit, so I can buy cashew pieces from them pretty inexpensively. This is their Azure Market brand einkorn flour. I just got this and I'm really excited to try it. I have been, up until this point in time, using the jovial einkorn flour when I don't grind my own. I do grind my own. This is my einkorn wheat that I buy from them. We buy it in 25-pound bags and then grind it ourselves or sprout it or soak it and use it. But I use also some of the all-purpose. And so I'm really excited to try this Azure flour. I get my gluten-free oats from them. They have, like, Bob's Red Mill, all kinds of brands there. This one is coconut flakes. We use a lot of coconut in cooking and baking. This right here is another all-purpose flour. This is just regular all-purpose flour that was sent to me as a sample, actually, that I'm going to be talking about more, some of their products in the days ahead and some recipes. This is popcorn. We buy popcorn in 50-pound bags and we store it in 5-gallon buckets. We buy it in those big bags, not because we eat that much popcorn, because that would we do eat popcorn almost every Sunday night, but because we actually grind that in our grinders for a little bit finer corn flavor. We like that. It's a little bit more cakey, a little bit less meal. We do both. We actually have their whole corn, their regular whole corn as well. We grind that, but sometimes we like to grind the popcorn if we want to make something that's a little bit finer. And then just as a little sample of something that we buy that's not foods, we do buy some body products and things like that. So this is some shampoo and conditioner that we get there. This is Naturescape brand. There's all kinds of products like that. They have lotions and lip balms. They have baby products. When we had babies, our youngest is now 5, but over the years when we've had babies, we've bought different products from them for the babies. They have 7th generation cleaning products and detergents, those kind of things. Just a lot of variety, and it's a really wonderful company that I love to support, and I've never had any issues with anything that I can recall. I think I did have one product one time that came that was broken, but really in 10 years of ordering, it's not been an issue. Everything is super well packed. They all come in great boxes like these. All these great big boxes, whatever I order, they come in a repack box, or sometimes if it's a bagged product like these, a 50-pound bag of something, it just comes loose in the bag. But we've never had trouble. We, in years past, have bought eggs from them during the winter months when our chickens slow down. This year we tried something new, so we have eggs all winter now, so we're really excited about that. We haven't had to buy any eggs. But it's just been a great company. I can't recommend it enough. It's called Azure Standard, and they have their Azure Standard Market brand, and I'm really excited to share this with you. I will have that link below to their site, so don't forget to go look for that. If you're looking or want to check anything out, it's a great company. If you live close to a drop, it's worth going once a month and just picking up all your groceries right there. So I hope you enjoyed this and that this was helpful to you, and that maybe you can find something there that you really like. I'm not getting paid by them to give this review. I just really love their products. If you go and order from them, I appreciate it if you'll use my link for sharing this with you, but I'm not being paid by them to review these products. I just love them and I want to tell you about them. So I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget that if you want to get more of my videos and not miss any of them, you're going to hit that subscribe button down below too, and come back and see us again here at the farm. I also have a link below to my website where you can go and read the full blog post on this, and I'll have a lot of links, I think, to some of these products in there, because I'm pretty sure you're going to want to check out some of these individual products, and I can link those as well, especially these great jars. I know anybody that loves to make a pretty pantry is going to love these jars. So again, look down in the comments for all those things, and hit that subscribe button, and come back and join me again here next week in the farmhouse, and we'll have more fun and talk about another interesting topic. Thanks so much. Bye now.